All right. Well, good morning, everyone. It is Monday morning here at Health Plan Markets. It's January 12th, 9:01. Thank you guys for your patience. Just getting some things set up here this morning. And would love to hear how your year is started off. If you're seeing good things, I would love to hear from you. Go ahead and put it in the chat. Anything great happened to you this year so far? Would love to hear what you got going on. And I'll get us rolling here. Remember, guys, we are here to serve those that serve others. That is you. Health Plan Markets was built to help you in everything that you need in order to get out there and help as many people find health insurance as possible. So that is why we are here. That's why we are built. So any feedback on that is very much appreciated. We've got some good stuff happening today. We have a special guest that's going to talk about leads. So we hear you. We're very excited about that. And he's going to come on and give you the good news about what we've got going on at HPM as far as lead generation goes. So just putting in the chat here. Boom, boom, boom. Good morning to everyone. Everyone. Oh, look at this. We got some happy people here this morning. I love that. Thank you guys for being here. All right. Couple of updates this morning. Before I go through that, I'm going to go ahead, share my screen. And we're going to talk about the training for the week because that's kicking back up. Remember, we've got to keep one foot in the classroom and the other one in the field at all times. Just the name of the game. That's how we do it. So we got to learn so we can teach it. All right. Give me a thumbs up if you can see our screen here. Gail says we are trying Walmart stores. We'll let you know if that was good, bad, or in between. Okay, great. Yeah. So if you haven't done Walmart stores, that's kind of back in action. So thank you for that. All right, got a thumbs up. Here we go. All right, so in HQ, here is HQ version 1. And as a reminder, Mike is looking for beta testers for version 2. He put out an email. If you are interested in becoming a beta tester for version 2, it is almost ready for launch. But if you want to be a beta tester, sneak peek, just send an email over to support@askhpm.com. Again, support@askhpm.com, and just let them know that you are interested in becoming a beta tester for our home screen here, our platform. HQ. All right, so down on learning, you're going to click learning. Let's go to the training calendar here so you guys can see what is going on this week as far as training is concerned. I like to always go look at the week so I can see what's up. Later today, we got Devoted talking about engaging, retaining, and growing. This is the time to do retention. Customer service is heavy at this time of year just because everybody's new plan is getting started and they're going to run into some roadblocks. So you got to be on your toes when it comes to customer service here. Devoted post AEP review. So this is a way for you to just review what happened in AEP and get some feedback on that. That's at 2 o'clock today. United Healthcare is doing member retention at 2 o'clock today as well. Also tomorrow at 10 o'clock, United Healthcare is covering how to find more DSNP opportunities. That is a very much needed skill in DSNPs. So if you need to button up that's tomorrow at 10. And then they're also doing another one at 1 o'clock for low income subsidy. Both are incredible skills. Once you've mastered that, you can sell year round and become consistent in your growth. The key this year is consistency. I've seen a lot of you guys make incredible sales and then disappear. And then you come back and you're wondering, why am I not where I'm at? It's all about consistency. Let's look at Wednesday. We've got Al Clancy available for his coffee and chat session. That's at 9:30. He is your personal coach. You have a personal coach here at HPM. Every great player had a coach, whether you were Michael Jordan or Tiger Woods. Every single one of these guys has a coach. Do you have a coach? Al Clancy's your coach, 9:30 every Wednesday. Jump on that if you haven't. Aetna 2026 OEP Rules of the Road. If you're still a little shaky on what you need to be doing in OEP, that's a good training to be in. Thursday is jam-packed. We got lots of stuff going on. I'm seeing an HPM agent meeting at 10 o'clock on Thursday. Not much details on that, so we'll stay posted on that. So I'm assuming that's in the Orlando area. Usually we do it the third Thursday of the month, so that might be a little early. We might need to double check that, Nick. If you have any details on that, just post it in the chat. UHC Medicare Fundamentals is at 9 o'clock on Thursday. Freedom and Optimum is doing systems and broker training at 10 o'clock on Thursday, and then another DSNP training for United on Thursday. If you need Freedom training in Espanol, that's on Thursday at 11. Spark's doing training at 1 for how to work with veterans and military retirees. Can't go wrong with that. High deductible G training for Medicare is on Thursday at 2 o'clock. And then our HQ training intro is at 3 o'clock on Thursday. On Friday, if you have any questions about HPM Shop, I know it's been very challenging this year for our Medicare enrollment platform. But if you're new around here or haven't, taken full advantage of that, 9:30 on Fridays is where you want to be with Tom Ryan, and he'll give you the full walkthrough on how to use that. And then last but not least, United Healthcare best practices during the Medicare Advantage open enrollment OEP season. So again, we're just getting started with OEP. We're in the second week of January essentially. And, you need to make sure that you have a game plan on what you're doing this season to ensure that you are maintaining your business, staying consistent, and not doing this with your business. You get real busy in AEP and then you disappear. Then you got to ramp it back up and then you disappear. And then you ramp it back up and you disappear. It's once you find that groove and that consistency, even if it's at a slow pace, you're going to want to grow consistently like that. Okay. We're going to be talking about that all week and next week as well. So consistency is the name of the game. Couple of updates here. I'm going to stop my screen here for just a second. A couple of updates. We got Humana. Humana is closed for contracting. So if you have not yet contracted with Humana, they have paused contracting. Agency owners, agency principals, just be aware of that. Mike, I don't remember if we had a date on when they're going to unlock that, but right now they've closed contracting agents, and that includes transfers for both Humana and Care Plus. If you're currently contracted, if you've already submitted your paperwork, you're fine, but they're not taking new contracts at this time. All right. Nick is saying that that's the wrong invite for the HPM meeting on Thursday at 10. So I'm going to delete that. Thank you. Actually, Nick, if you could chase that down because I can't delete it from here. Appreciate that. All right. It's unofficially until February, just so you guys know. The Humana contracting is put on pause. So again, if you've submitted it before for Humana or Care Plus, it should go through fine, but they're not taking new contracts as of last week. So there is some kind of glitch in their system they're trying to clean up. One of the things that we mentioned last week is Humana and specifically the Care Plus applications. Some of the members are being told that they're not enrolled in Care Plus specifically. It is one of those things that just happens in their system. They're making some kind of systematic changes. So if you enrolled somebody in Care Plus and they're calling you and saying, hey, I went to the doctor and they said I was not enrolled, that is not accurate. Essentially, something with the communication inside Humana and Care Plus is happening with those applications. They're aware of the issue. There's nothing you really need to do except be aware of it. And then if you want to be proactive with it, which is what I recommend, go ahead and call your Care Plus members that you enrolled and just let them know, hey, there's a glitch in the system. In case you have any issues at the pharmacy or the doctor, it should be cleared up in the next couple of days. So that's what could happen for your members in case they try to access service. That is what's going on. Okay. Pausing really quick. Kelly says there's a weird deposit from Humana. Yeah. AEP deposits. Humana specifically announced that there was supposed to be a deposit on Friday. It was delayed. So we expect to see full deposits here this week for AEP for agent commissions. So if you're sitting back waiting for your AEP commissions from the carriers, it's been kind of a weird first couple of weeks. Please don't panic. There is a 100% deliverability rate on your commissions. I guarantee it. If they want to stay in business, they got to keep you happy. So there may be a few delays. There may be a few errors in commissions. One thing I do want to mention is if you're not auditing your commissions, some of you have a great system in place and you're auditing your commissions and you're tracking it and you pretty much know who you got paid for and who you should be getting paid for. The great for you. But if you struggle with that, if you're not auditing your commissions, if you're just not on top of your commission game and you need help with it, we do have a service here at Health Plan Markets. If you are interested in a commission service, reach out to support@askhpm.com and we'll connect you with Liam. It is a cost for that, and he'll go through the cost of auditing your commissions. He's been able to uncover some lost commissions or commissions that were wrong. So if you're interested in that service, just shoot an email over to support@askhpm.com and we'll connect you with Liam and he can, go through commission audits and things like that. So that is what's going on. Dave says, I received the correct deposit from Humana today. That should have been deposited Friday. Correct. Yeah. So folks were expecting a deposit on Friday. The first drop should be actually today, is what they said. Is Monday, Tuesday is what they said. So depending on where you are in the country and your bank, it also depends on not just Humana's bank, but your bank on how they process deposits. Some of them process it in the morning, some of them in the afternoon. It just depends on your bank as well. So you should see your commissions be coming in, not just from Humana, but from everyone this week, if you haven't seen it already. Where are we on timeline on correcting connector enrollments? I need a little bit more detail on that. Al, I see your question in the chat. Not really sure what you mean by that, but anything when it comes to connector enrollments, I know you're working with Mike on a bunch of stuff, but if you want to shoot over emails to support@askhpm.com. If there's any errors, you're saying AOR, they're aware of that. They're working through it. I don't know exact timeline. That might be a Mike question. So thank you. I'm trying to keep up my beard for you, man. Join the COVID beard club. All right. What else do we got here today? Oh, another announcement. If you are, this is pretty exciting because we've been working on this for quite some time, but Health Plan Markets is now licensed in Puerto Rico. We got our license last week. We are officially licensed and appointed to sell in the state of Puerto Rico. So we'll be adding some products there. Medicare is a little strange in that island, but we're going to be working on that. If you have your Puerto Rico license and you haven't done anything with it, or maybe you're with somebody else and you haven't done anything with it, reach out to support@askhpm.com and we would love to connect with you. We are looking for opportunities in Puerto Rico and agents that are looking to grow possibly in the U.S. territory. Yeah, not the state. Thank you, Jose. It's a U.S. territory, correct. Although, if you're in Orlando, Florida's kind of part Puerto Rico anyway, right? It's the stepbrother. But anyway, so yeah, in that island, our U.S. territory, it's not the best commissions as far as agent commissions goes. And I think overrides are the same if you're an agency partner and you're wanting to step foot on the island. We could definitely have a conversation about that. We definitely need agents. We have a few agents that are there. We have a few agents that have pushed us to go there because they have opportunities there. So Puerto Rico is on our radar for this year, for 2026. We would love to support you and figure out how we can get that going. So we talked about consistency. Okay, so today we brought on a special guest. Let me just check my chat here really quick. Okay, thank you, Nick. Got that info. All right, and so today we're going to be talking about leads. All right, nobody wants to talk about leads, right? Give me a thumbs up if anyone's interested in talking about leads today? I want to see some thumbs up. I want to see some chats. Anybody want to talk about leads today? So I'm going to introduce Ryan from All Calls here in just one moment. But I want to, I got lots of thumbs ups. Look at that. He's going to get set up. Ryan, I'm going to make you a presenter here. So you should be coming online in just a second here. Ryan is from All Calls. We had contracted with All Calls last year and gave it a spin in beta test, if you will. And some of you really ran with it, came home with a bacon, got leads, got enrollments, got appointments, and really made it happen. So this is an organization that we have seen some great success with so far. And there are tons of lead vendors out there. It's very hard. Leads in general, generating leads is a difficult business. It's not an easy business. But one thing I do want to say before Ryan, takes the mic here, which by the way, you're on mute, Ryan. I know you're working through it.
Yep. We're here.
You're good. You're good. Okay, cool. Just one thing though, no matter how many leads you have and how, I'm going to say, quote unquote, good the leads are, it really boils down to you and your actions and your follow-up. Okay, guys. So we give you 100 great, fantastic leads, but if you only call them once, that's on you. You really have to follow through. You really have to work leads. This is not like some golden road. But Ryan's going to share with you, they've kind of, hacked the sauce, if you will, to make it as easy as possible for you to get stuff in your pipeline. So here he is, Ryan, if you would love to introduce yourself and All Calls. And I'm going to pass the mic to you, buddy.
Awesome. Well, hey, Justin, I appreciate it. Good morning, everybody. I know we're kind of on a tight time frame here, so I'll kind of just follow up on some of that. First, again, just kind of going through, hopefully you all had a great AEP. I know we've seen a ton of success from some of the downline agencies within HPM and across all of our agencies in general. And so I know with DSNPs and, UHC, Aetna, a lot of kind of what you guys have on the maps, we're already, partnered with. So from a compliance standpoint, we have all of that information, all of that data. Even if, you say, hey, look, like these SNPs are going to be huge, we can work custom campaigns with you all, right? So just kind of want to touch on a few things. If you did miss us for AEP, I know some of our top agents on the platform were around 152 enrollments just on our platform, right? And that was coming in, turning it on, working inbounds. This is also with their follow-ups, also with different lead sources that they're using. So by all means, there's never a one fit all necessarily, but we want to be a resource for you all to be able to succeed. Top agencies around 700 to 1,000 plus that we're running, 10 agents on the platform. And so, OEP, we're expecting even bigger OEP season. And I think a lot of with AEP, right, saving the book of business, probably a lot of people that are going to be calling in that didn't even know that their plans expired, that are going to be looking for new plans just because they're going to get that letter in the mail. So some of you may be familiar, others may not, but essentially we are pretty much bringing leads to you. So it sounds like some of you go to Walmart. Basically think of it as you just come in, you select the states that you are licensed in, and the call verticals. So we have Spanish calls for Medicare, ACA, final expense, health, life. But all you have to do is you come into the platform, simply select your states and turn on the call types. If you have 10 to 15 plus states that you are licensed in, you can expect leads to come in around roughly every 50 seconds for the Medicare and for ACA there. So I know I typically kind of walk through the platform, but I figure since we're kind of tight on time here, just wanted to give you guys some numbers. I'll kind of just show you real quick how easy it is to take a call. And so we are running all of our ads through Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TV, radio, essentially anywhere in which you can run ads. And so there will be a phone number that is on that advertisement in which the prospect has to turn on their phone or pick up their phone and call in directly to that phone number there. So let me go ahead and share my screen real quick. So let me know. You all should be able to see that right now. Can we see the screen, Justin?
Yeah, we're good, man.
Okay, cool. Yep. So yeah, some of you already may be in the account, some may not. I do have the agency account pulled up, but essentially this is what it's going to look like for an agent. Whenever you come in, you will be on the main dashboard here. We do advertise around 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern as far as kind of call volumes, but during AEP, OEP, we're pretty much getting calls 24/7. So weekends, Saturdays, pretty much at all times. This is just a demo account. So if you had, ACA or other calls, you would see that. But essentially, all you got to do is come in and turn on the calls. So it's going to test your audio, and you'll be on. You're ready to receive calls. So you'll only get calls in the states that you are licensed in, that you have turned on. So let me go ahead and dial in here real quick for you.
Yeah.
Yep,
No, you're good. You're good. Thanks.
call. I don't know if you can. Once you go to that call, it is going to then populate name and state and which they're calling from. After that duration, and we'll kind of touch on price and different options there, you're going to get all of their contact info. So first and last name, date of birth, address. So we do pull this from a consumer database, mobile consumer databases. Roughly, it's going to be about 80% accurate. However, you're going to naturally kind of get all of this contact info and data as you're going through and writing those applications. So from there, it's just going to be a traditional phone system. You can put them on hold. You can put them on mute. If you have to add in a three-way call or somebody else to the call, you can do so. And then from there, once the call ends, either yourself or the prospect is going to end the call. Not sure if you can see, but we'll populate some dispositions. So maybe the client was not interested, maybe they hung up. But in this case, let's say we get them enrolled. From there, you can save and pause calls and then save and take more calls. So we'll go ahead and save and pause calls. Yes, this was a sale. From there, calls will be turned off. Whenever you want to come back in, turn back calls, you just turn it on. So guys, a couple, kind of important things here is that because they are calling in directly to you, that is going to essentially wipe out the 48-hour rule, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is just the lead coming in through the platform. So think of it as if you got a referral or somebody had reached out to you from your work cell, hey, Justin, help me out with a policy. Here's his contact info, give him a call, right? You're going to run that same process as you would. So scope of appointment, on this case, it's going to be virtual. However, you can also get them that info as well. And then if you use Sunfire or whatever systems you all use to write those applications, you're going to go about that process and write that. So all the leads, when they come in, they are exclusive to you as the agent. So we don't resell, we don't redistribute these leads. Feel free, you can always cross-sell, upsell. A lot of people that do work multiple verticals or call types, they're going to close them and they say, okay, you know what? Hey, we got the Medicare policy written up. What are you currently doing for life or for final expense? So you can always cross-sell, upsell. We do have essentially two call types for the Medicare. So $26, 25-second buffer. Okay, not a ton of time, but hey, part A, part B, if they don't have that, or you can go in and you can basically hang up and you won't be charged for that lead. And then we also have a raw call, $17 for English, 18 for Spanish. Basically, the call comes in, you take that lead, you run with it, you work with it. Most agents do like the raw calls as it is a little more affordable. And you can kind of get an extra call, and cost per acquisition usually seems to work out very well for that. So from there, we do have AI tools and all kinds of stuff, but I will just kind of show you how you can add your states, and you can go in, basically select your call types that you want as well as your states. And then call reporting, you can go in and you're going to get all your calls that you've taken. You can filter this by day, by week, by month. All this data is exported, so you can export this data. You'll have all the AI tools, so I don't think this is long enough, but you'll get like 4 different subcategories: call summary, call transcription, compliance. So we do run compliance on here. So I think there's 40 checkpoints, TPMO statement, professional intro, all that good stuff, and then AI coaching. So all the calls that come in, stored for up to 10 plus years. And you'll have access to all those calls. And we do have scripts. So I did not look at the chat. Let's see if there's questions here, because I know we got about 4 minutes.
No, you're good. We'll extend it, but yeah, I'll go ahead and ask the questions for you, and then that way you can keep going. So folks are asking, like, how do I get this? It's in our HQ platform. There's a link in there that you can sign up. And then Ryan, there's a training that they need to attend. Is that correct?
Yeah, we can always set it. So there's actually, if you go into getting started, it will pretty much pull up a video, customer testimonials, but we're always open to setting up, additional trainings, things like that, for you all as you see fit. So absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. And I know, Nick, you were running some training, so I don't know if you have anything coming up this week for the team, or if you want them to reach out to support. How do you want to do that, Nick?
They can reach out to me directly, or if they want, they can reach out to support and put it in. But really just, if you want a training, I was doing those and not a whole lot of people were showing up.
Right.
If you want to just give me a call and say, hey, I have this date and this date available, give me a couple days that are times that work for you, and I'll accommodate or get on the phone with you or whatnot. But anybody can always just call me on my cell phone and we can walk through it. It's really simple. And basically, if you go to the website or you go to our HQ and click on there, there's a video that watches it. I say watch that first, and then call me and we can touch up on any of the other missing pieces. But the video really explains it, and it's short. I think it's 13 minutes, Ryan, or something like that. It's
very simple. Walks through the entire platform. I do see 3 questions here so far on my end. So there is no call center that is screening the calls. This is going directly to you as the agent. So what we find is going directly to the agent. These aren't transfers, so we don't have anybody dialing out. A lot of times with transfers, it gets very messy. A lot of scams, a lot of spam, where a transfer agent or somebody that's outbound dialing can say, hey, stay on the phone. I'll give you $100 gift card. Just stay on, and you're not getting true leads. So this goes directly to you as the agent, first point of contact. Agnes looks like, so raw call. So they're the same exact leads. The raw call basically is the call just comes in, you run with it, you work with it. So there's like a 5-second duration. If there's dead air or anything like that, you aren't charged for the lead. And then the other one's just a 25-second buffer. So, and then Nancy, call recording. So yeah, it automatically records the calls for you. So you don't have to worry about clicking any buttons or anything like that. And then we do Zoho, Go High Level. These can integrate directly over to any CRM systems that you all use for direct integration.
Yeah, we'll have to get with Mike on that one.
We also have our managers that can help. So with it being recorded, we can go back and listen with you, and also help maybe train you up if you're not as comfortable doing sales calls over the phone. Some people are better face to face than what they are just over the phone. But this is a great resource if you use it properly and follow up with the leads. There's quite a few of these leads that are still not followed up on, at least in the system. And I would say follow up with them. So,
and most of these, and again, I think the biggest thing is giving it a true test, right? A lot of people will come in, they'll take 2 calls. Some may get a sale right off the bat, others might not, right? So, but generally speaking, about 1 out of 4 is the average close rate across all 50 states, brand new agents, more experienced agents, tenured agents. So you take 20 calls, you should anticipate closing 5 to 7 enrollments, kind of on that minimum there.
We aren't seeing quite that. We have probably 30 plus agents on it right now, maybe 40. And we're closing about 1 in 9, but that's some people that have never closed any, and then we have people that have closed multiples. So it really depends on your skill level, but that's still even 1 in 9. That's $232, and you're still making money at that.
Yeah, you look at it. There's 2 things I want to add to that, because they're going to get scared right away, like, oh, 1 in 9, that's too much. Here's the thing, guys. I bet you that 1 in 9, those ding dongs only call them 1 time or 2 times. Like, we did a whole training. I did a whole podcast on how many times you need to follow up. And if you're not following up at least 8 times, you're burning cash because people aren't gonna, they're busy. You know what I mean? So if you want to increase your closing ratio, you need to make sure that you're going to be following up massively, you know? And then the consistency, like what Ryan's saying, like if you try it like for a week and you're like, oh, whatever. No, what you need to do is if you're going to consider this, and these are inbound leads, which means you don't even have to get off your duff. They're calling your phone. Okay. They're calling your phone and you're going to have some good ones. You're going to have some bad ones. You're going to have some ugly ones, right? It's just what it is. But what you need to do if you're going to consider this is create a budget for yourself and then stick to that budget. And I would say, Ryan, what, 3 to 6 months, give it that much time, you know, whatever that budget is. I would say, hey, I could throw $500 a month at this and try it out for 3 months. Do that, but be consistent about it. And then don't burn your leads. If they call you and they call you once, no, you need to follow up until they buy or they die is the way that I do it. So,
yes, and these are inbound. So again, how many times? I mean, I'm sure more so kind of on the final expense. Like we've had or talked to agents, or I'm sure everybody has at one point went out in person, went to a house. You know, if you're doing door to door at the time, and they actually filled out something in writing, show up, drive an hour, and they don't know what you're talking about, or hey, I didn't fill anything out, or they aren't home when you show up, right? These are leads that are coming in. You should, in theory, and when we have tons of data, tons of things that we can show, and the ones that tend to do really well are hitting all the compliance checkpoints. They are hitting everything that you need. So it's very easy to see, okay, hey, where are we going wrong? Where are we going well? But to that point, if you're paying, that lead comes in, you know, if you don't close those other 3, you know, maybe some aren't going to close, right? Maybe it's just bad lead. Maybe they can't afford, whatever the case is, but you've got that lead. Don't let those slip through the cracks either.
Yeah. There was one other question we missed here. Gail was asking, can she, because she's an agency partner in Atlanta, and she's asking if she can have an agency site for gel specifically, and then have her agents work it, and can she manage it? Do you guys have that visibility?
Yeah. So that would just be sub agencies, and you can see all the online agents. You can see call reporting. You can see, you know, all that data. You'll have access to that. You know, I don't want to throw any names or anything out there, but I know that there's a agency. Feel free to reach out to them. We can maybe talk offline. They're seeing tons of success right now. Within, you know, and especially I know there's a decent amount of Spanish speaking agents within HPM. Spanish calls tend to, for whatever reason, absolutely crush it, more so than the English. And I think it's just a lot of it's building that trust, building that relationship over the phone, which is not easy to do. However, I think once you can kind of connect on that level, you know, you guys should see success.
Yeah, no, this has been incredible. Again, guys, if you're interested in, now this is not to replace your efforts on what you're doing. This is to supplement your efforts. So if you're like, hey, I really want to take this to the next level, where do I go from here? Pick a budget, pick a day or a time and time block it. And then you can simply go on there and turn on those calls, you know, once you get through the training. And if you make this part of your week, then I guarantee you will see results. You will see results, but it's about consistency. And we've been talking about this since the year started. If you're going to try it one time and give up and then try it again in 2 months and then try it again in a week, guys, that doesn't work. It doesn't work. You have to be consistent with it. And yeah, I mean, probably the first couple of times you do this, you're going to be like, I don't know if this is a thing yet, but Ryan's got a proven track record. We've seen success with the agents that really do make sense. And a lot of you, like, you know, Gail, Al, you might have agents that have been on the call centers, or if anybody that has worked the call center before, it's the same thing, guys. You're just on the phone, got to build that rapport, and then you go through it. So I think that's awesome. There's a question, is the Spanish and English calls identified before the time? And you said yes.
It is. So yeah, you'll have your, you know, if you want to take Spanish, you select Spanish. And yes, if agents actually come from call centers or work call centers, they crush it. on this platform.
Awesome.
They do very well. And last thing I'll leave is exactly that, right? Whether you come in and your business model, your goal is, hey, I can get 1 to 2 extra enrollments a week or a month, people are happy with that. Others say, hey, I'm in the field all day long. Great. We have others that turn in and they go, wait, okay, I start doing some math, and then they turn on and they're on from 8 to 8. So it's really whatever fits your model. There's not a use it or lose it. You just upload the funds. We don't have subscriptions. We don't have minimum spend. We don't have pay per seat. Simply, you're just going to pay for that lead there.
Beautiful. And guys, if we see success and you guys are really doing this, come to us, because we want to support you on this, whatever that looks like. We might be able to do some matching here and there. We might be able to throw some bonus dollars towards your way to help out with your all calls. But we want to see that you have skin in the game. We're not just going to give you free cash, because again, we've done that in the past and agents just burn leads, and we're not going to play that game. So if you're really into it, you have a consistent schedule on when you're going to do these calls, you're investing your cash and you're seeing results, come to us, because we want to boost that for you. And we'll work with Ryan to create a nice package to get everybody off and running on this. So right now, we don't work with any other lead vendor. This is our preferred and exclusive lead vendor. We want to keep it that way, but we need some action from you guys. And if you all are on this call, it's because you want to grow. And this is the gasoline to your Ferrari right now. This is how you keep it moving. So Ryan, thank you very much for your time this morning. I know it was last minute for you to jump on this. But we really appreciate it. Thank you, Nick, for coordinating that. We will have you back again, Ryan, and then we'll also one thing that we do want to do is record a training and keep it in HPM University
For sure.
as consistent training, so that way we're not bothering you too much, and we can get some agents on faster. So again,
Perfect.
thank you very much. Yeah.
If anyone needs anything, feel free to reach out. But otherwise, again, look forward to everyone's continued success.
Outstanding. Thanks, Ryan. Appreciate you, man.
Hey, we'll see you. Everyone have a great week.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep. Bye.
All right, everybody. That's pretty much it for us this week. One last thing Ramilda had mentioned, if you have a DSNP on Care Plus, they paid you for the full year up front because Humana took the contracts and it's new for them, but it's only your DSNPs on Care Plus. She said she called on Friday. So it looks like that's been affected as far as the commissions, the contracting. Things are being integrated on the Care Plus level in Humana. So things are a little bit wonky, but have no fear. We are aware of the issues. We are working through it. And we know that Humana and Care Plus are both aware of those issues. The only thing that I ask right now is be patient. Be patient. Keep going. Don't panic, right? I think everybody will be A-okay. Again, I would love to see some folks on all calls. If you have any questions on it, it's in HQ under marketing. It's the last link under marketing, HPM inbound leads. You can go ahead and sign up there. In fact, I'm just going to show you guys so we don't have any issues with that. So again, from the HQ screen, you're going to go to marketing here, HPM inbound leads. This is what we talked about. And it pops you right over to getting started here so you can sign up. Again, if you're a little lost, confused, not really sure what to do, you can reach out to support@askhpm.com and we'll walk you through it and get you set up and going. Gail, yeah, if you've got new agents coming from call centers, hallelujah, this is like, plug and play for you. So it should be pretty good. All right, guys, that's it for this week. Thank you for being on the call. We will see you next Monday. Have a fantastic and productive week. Take care, everybody.